In your opinion, what is the most impactful trend in access technology right now, and what are its implications for the market?
When we look at the market, there are really two major trends that we see in the industry today. So, one is what's happening in the access domain, where we're seeing massive growth of fiber to the premise. And that's being driven by new entrants in the market who are PE funded, for example. And they see an opportunity to compete with traditional incumbents. We see cable operators now moving to fiber to the home. And then we see new industries like utility companies, for example, that are now entering the market as well. And then together with significant government funding that tends to be available in the market. I think what's really interesting, however, about what's happening in that domain is the fact that these new offerings and these new operators are starting to move beyond the traditional 1 gig service. They're starting to deploy XGS-PON as their day one technology. And they're starting to offer more than 1 gig services as well. So I think that's quite fascinating from an access domain perspective. I think the second major trend that we're starting to see is we are starting to see subscribers defining what they want. We're starting to see more and more devices in the home. We're starting to see subscribers turning off traditional cable services and IPTV services and just streaming content. And as that happens, Wi-Fi, which has already been critical anyhow, becomes even more critical. So we start to see broadband service providers focusing much more on delivering high quality Wi-Fi everywhere. So we see managed Wi-Fi actually becoming the foundation from which broadband service providers can now start to offer new services.
Why are customers using your service platform better equipped to respond to market dynamics or even drive them?
So Calix has two major platforms, and those two major platforms align to the two trends that we just described. The Intelligent Access Edge enables broadband service providers to deliver services from the access network edge to the subscriber premises. We see the Intelligent Access Edge using common workflows across the entire subscriber-facing network, whether those are regardless of the technology. So regardless of whether it's GPON, XGS-PON, Active Ethernet, and irrespective of whether it's big sites or small sites, whether it's indoor or outdoor. So the operations team follow the same workflows, provisioning methodologies to manage the service. And as new technologies start to become available, what we see is new technologies will just plug and play into that domain. What that does is it enables operators using Calix Intelligent Access Edge to be significantly more agile and actually to deliver new services much faster to the market. The other key solution from a Calix perspective is what we call a revenue edge. And the revenue edge enables broadband service providers not only to deliver high quality services within the home, such as managed Wi-Fi, but also then add new value added services like parental controls, firewalls, security, virus and intrusion protection. And that allows broadband service providers to now differentiate on the service level.
What makes your solution especially attractive to small and medium-sized ISPs and energy service providers?
We provide simplification of workflows, simplification of provisioning. The number of operations personnel that are then required to run the network is reduced. And those teams can now focus on driving new revenue opportunities, turning on new subscribers, doing more in the business with less. In addition, what we do is we collapse functions like subscriber management, edge routing, and that further simplifies the architecture for the operator, requiring, again, less people to run the network. And that operational simplification thereby really enables a very significant reduction in operational costs and total cost of ownership for the broadband service provider.
so much, Owen. This was really interesting, and I look forward to many new projects together.
Thank you, Michelle. Looking forward to working with you.